to this computer. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And today we are talking about Facebook Live. Very scary, I know. And I should have put on here why we're talking about Facebook Live. I guess we're going to go back and forth in between my notes and an actual Facebook Live. But what happens is you can run it as an ad and it reaches a lot of people because you can run it as a post engagement instead of a click ad. And so I'm getting like a penny per view of engaged people, and not just per view. You can create it where they, if they watch 75% of it. So for example, I created a bunch of lives, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. And then I went in and created these audiences that watched 75% of the video. And some of these videos are 5 minutes long. Some of them are 3 minutes long. But look, there's 4,000 people that watched 75% of these videos. And so that's almost as good as an email opt-in, because now I can send ads directly to these 4,000 people. So that's the game plan. So let me show you how to do a live, because I'd never done one. I was scared to death of lives because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if I had to get a professional camera and all that stuff. It doesn't. Sometimes the more raw, the better, and you're going to get better when you do them. It's just one of those things where if you just say, hey, I'm going to do one every day and I'm going to be terrible for a week, week 2, you'll be pretty good. But this is going to help you a whole lot. And I'll give you this document, and everybody else in the group that's watching this later on, you guys can get this document. But first, you go to your Facebook page on your phone. And then you can hold your phone, like I'll show you the video recorded this morning. You might have seen it. Or you can put it on a little stand. Let's see if I can close this out. The best stand, and you photography guys probably have ridiculous stands, but one of these silly little ring lights like this, and you got to get the little phone clip thing. But half the time I'm not here. I'm at a baseball field. I'm in the car. I just hold the phone. Like you don't have to have the ring light. But it's good to do. And if you don't want to do it, maybe you've got, somebody else on your team that can do it. But just in general, if you're the face of your company, if you're the one out shooting the pictures, DJing or whatever, I think they should see your face personally. But all right, so you put the phone on the stand, and when you first hit the little Facebook Live thing, it asks for a description. Now on down here a little bit later, we're going to create a long description, almost like an ad. But right when you first do it, I just created one sentence, kind of what the thing is going to be about, and we're gonna go over what it's going to be about too.
240.
All right, as soon as it's finished recording, it gives you the option to download it. Definitely go ahead and do that then, because it's a pain in the butt to do later, and you can download it on your phone. You can also upload it to YouTube. You can even upload it to Instagram if you wanted to chop it up and make it less than a minute, but just download it just for backup. All right. So now once you finish the Facebook Live, and again, we're going to go over what to say on the Facebook Live, but this is kind of the general rule. You go in and you edit the video on your business page. You can either do that on the computer or on your phone. And if I'm on my phone, sometimes I'll write the ad in Evernote and then copy and paste it over into Facebook, which is what I did down below. But you want this, even though it's a Facebook Live, you're going to write the ad copy like it's an ad. All right. So you can use some of the ads that we were using previously in the Ninja method or the basic ads. And then you go in and you'll create a new campaign and run as engagement. And this is different than anything we've ever done. So I'll show you where engagement is in a second. The ad set, I would just create it, everybody engaged. And you could do it for the whole city, the state, whatever your area is. You know what your area is. Then the ad, this is also something that's very different. We use existing post. You don't create an ad in there. There's a little tab that's hidden that is really cool, because what happens is people will start commenting on the ad itself. How many tabs do I have open? That's the question. So if somebody, especially if you've got a really cool following, and somebody in your Facebook page is commenting on the live video, like right here, somebody's angry. Why are they angry? Oh, well. And you get trolls too, so don't worry about it. But so when I've posted this live, people were commenting and mostly thumbs upping. I don't know what this person's all about. But then when you go to create the ad, all those comments go in the ad. So the people that have never seen your company before, they all of a sudden have a little more trust, because they're like, hey, these other people are commenting and liking on this video. So back over to the notes. So that's what we're doing. Use existing ads. So what the heck do you say? What do you record? Like when you pull up the phone and you're looking at the camera, what do you say? So I've got two methods. I've got the sticky note method, and this is usually what I do. Tony Robbins calls it chunking. You can do anything in 3 steps. I didn't know Tony Robbins said that. I've been saying that myself, but I stole it from Tony Robbins, I guess. You can do anything in 3 steps. Like you can deliver a baby in 3 steps. Just get some hot water, push, and I don't know what third step is.
Put it under supplies and use the description. Yeah.
All right, so here's a sticky note method. You get one topic, one main topic, and then you have 3 points. One main topic and 3 points. And then I just saw Jeff was with us too. Jeff, is your mic on? No. Oh, wow.
I just turned it off. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Welcome. How far have you been here? Have you seen everything?
No, I just got here.
Okay. We're talking about Facebook Live, and we'll catch up exactly why Facebook Live is working. Real quick, you can run engagement ads to people. I'll show you exactly that in a little bit, but here's what you do. Have you ever done a Facebook Live for your business?
Yeah, not for the maybe a couple.
Okay. Well, here's the basics. You go to your business page, you hold up the phone, you hit live, you create a little 1-sentence description first, you record it, and then you go back in on your computer or your phone and edit the video. And let me pull this over here so I have the little. You edit the video. And here's the deal. You create the video, you create the text in the video. This is probably what you didn't do. That's pretty cool, is you create the text like an ad. Okay? So you go in and it looks just like an ad, even though so far it's going out to the people that like your page. But then we're going to run a campaign to it. We run a campaign as engagement. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The ad set is your normal ad set. Make it as broad as you can, just completely engaged. And then in the ad itself, instead of creating the ad, there's a little tab that says use existing post. So what do you record? So if you're trying to do a Facebook Live, what do you record? Here's one of the main topics for Nice Entertainment that I use. I just look at frequently asked questions, and we're going to do this together in a second. We're gonna pick on John or Jeff and just see if we can't come up with one of these methods and write out like a little a 3-point sticky note. Here's another big tip, because this is going to go out to a pretty broad audience. You want to address the client in the first 3 seconds, meaning like, hey, brides and grooms in Atlanta, check this out, right? Like, so when they see it, they instantly know it's for them and they watch more. It needs to be crystal clear who this is to, and always, always, always have a call to action at the end. Always have a call to action at the end. All right. So here's one I learned from a preacher, and this is how he used it. This is different than the 3-point deal. This one is how he wrote his sermon. And a Facebook Live is just like a little sermon. It's just like a story. It's any way to come up with something. He said, me, we, God, you, we. and I changed that to me, we, amazing wedding, you, we. All right. So here's kind of the idea here. I started out with a question and I answered the question. So that's kind of the point. This is something else right here. Point, story, metaphor. This I learned from Frank Kern just recently, but so what I did was I combined these two. The point is, you're talking to the bride and groom in Atlanta, and I asked them a question, and then I answer it. And the story for me was this part. This created a really cool little story. And then a metaphor at the end, it just sticks in people's brains if you can use a metaphor. And then always end with the offer or close or tell them what to do next. Okay. So here's how the whole thing, and I'll send you this, I'll send everybody this, this sheet, or you can write it down, but it's question, answer, me, we, and here's what I did for Wedding Crushers, top 1%. But for a bride, you could say, hey, this is what they want. This is the perfect wedding. This is awesome wedding. This is amazing wedding. You, we, metaphor, closing. So here's what I did for Wedding Crushers. And then we're going to turn it around and we're going to do one for one of your businesses. Okay. So the question is, do you want to attract your perfect wedding client? And the answer was don't go cheap, or at least cheap with your branding. And here comes the story, because stories, just people, they remember them, they laugh, they cry, whatever. I did a story about how I designed my own business cards when I first started, and it had a blue dragonfly on it with smoke. It was the ugliest card ever, but it was like, I just didn't know what I was doing. But the we was like, hey, we've got to do what we've got to do to get this plane off the ground. So it went from focusing on me to now we are in the same boat together. And then we turned to kind of they. This could be the top, for Wedding Crushers, it was top 1%. But for you guys, it could be like the most amazing wedding, the bride that they want to be, the wedding that they want. But I said the top 1% only has the best. It only has the best marketing, the best branding, the best pictures. They're not using cheap stuff. And here was the secret. So up here somewhere should have been secret. So right after top 1%, I usually put in a little secret or a tip, like a bride tip. If you, and we're going to do this in a second. It's going to be fun, like trying to figure out what those tips are. But again, this is where you come up with the three tips, 3 secrets. And so the secret was for this, you can have the best too, and you can look expensive without a ton of money. And I gave them 3 things: a clean, smooth system, beautiful pictures. Clean meaning clean up your website, clean up your emails, clean up your Facebook page and your Instagram page. It just looks too cluttery. Smooth system, it's like our funnel. You know, when somebody lands on the site, I talked to a guy yesterday and it just went so smooth. He set up the call. I talked to him. He's like, man, if your DJ business is anything as easy as it was to talk to you, I'm sold. I was like, all right, cool. And then the other one was beautiful pictures. People just sometimes put pictures, especially DJs are guilty. They'll put pictures up that everybody's got their hands in the air, but it's really not a cool picture. You know, it's just like, it's not a pretty picture. And I talk about split testing on Facebook to see which is the winning picture. So this is something I'm working on too, but this isn't actually, this is kind of telling them what to do, the offer. Go to your company website and do whatever. But here was the metaphor that I used for this. This might have been a bad one, but it was a metaphor. You're not going to buy a Ferrari in a junkyard, and your perfect client is not going to find you until you clean up your business. Like, I was like, you are the Ferrari, Jeff, and your old website was the junkyard. Not anymore. It looks sharp now. And then just remind them to go here again. All right. So let's get out of this and let's use this as a real life example. Kevin, are you here? Or are you just ghosting us? Kevin's not here. That's okay. All right. So who we got on here? We got 2 photographers and a DJ. Jeff, you DJ or play in a band? I forget.
I DJ, Hans. I play in the band too.
You do it all, man. You start doing photography.
I do that in the videography. Plus, we got a photo booth.
Gosh, killing it. Entrepreneur. You got the entrepreneur disease. Yeah. All right. So
this is my side business.
Everything's all right. Who wants to go? Anybody want to try this? Jeff, you in for it? You want to be the guinea pig here?
If someone else could go first, that'd be cool. I'm writing a T-Mobile thing, trying to fix some stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, John, you're it. I'll help you. We'll walk through.
Okay.
All right. So think about a frequently asked question that brides have emailed you, or they just have about their wedding day. Maybe how long is it going to take? What do I wear? Where, what should my family expect? I don't know photography, but I'm just throwing some stuff out there to like guessing. But you have something. What's a question that they always ask you? That's going to be the big topic.
Let's go to price, because usually price is a big question. How much does it cost?
All right. How much does a great wedding? Well, we'll just say first. We'll say how much does a wedding photography cost? How much does wedding cost? Boom.
So,
all right. This is going to be
okay.
It's going to be tough. Let's see what we got. So, what's your? And remember, we got to have a story here, too. So, what's your quick answer? Followed up by a story.
Okay, so my quick answer is $27.95.
All right. So, what we don't want to tell them.
Correct.
This is a Facebook Live. So, how much does wedding photography cost? I would say the answer is it just depends.
Absolutely. I was going to say it depends what you want.
Yeah, it depends on what you want. Perfect. All right. So what's a story about like a good or a bad experience you've had with a photographer?
Well,
or maybe
okay. So
when you first started.
Me is me talking, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So here's what I did, or here's what I do. or a story that's got something to do with price. Like when I first started, I charged, $5 a wedding, and you didn't want me then.
Mm-hmm.
What's when you started shooting weddings? How long ago was that?
30 years ago.
All right. So when I started shooting weddings 30 years ago, this is going to be good. When I
Yeah.
started shooting weddings, because you're also throwing in some good little nuggets here. When I started shooting, I charged what?
Let's say $1,000.
$1,000. And you probably didn't want me to shoot your wedding. I was good, but I didn't know what I know now.
Exactly. I would say it that way.
I was good, but didn't know what I know now. So the we is, hey, I'm sure that we've all experienced that, right? Like with pretty much anything, somebody that's been doing it longer is better at their field.
Mm-hmm.
So we can all agree. Let me make sure I'm recording this. That's going to make me so mad if I'm not. Oh, somebody chatted. Who's chatting? Oh, Kevin's doing the dishes. Kevin, got to do better than that, man. Where is the record?
Yeah, I'll tell you, anytime I'm home during the middle of the day, my wife wants to know. She's like, "What'd you do around the house?" So I'm
you're a good man.
2 birds, 1 stone.
That's all right, man. All right. So, but if you think of anything here, because you're a photographer too.
I do agree with John. The number one question, like most people don't even with photography, most people don't even know what to ask. Their first, all they care about at first is how much.
All right. So
Correct.
All right. So we went from me when I first started shooting weddings 30 years ago, I charged $1,000. I was good back then, but I didn't know what I know now. And we can all agree that the longer you do something, the more experienced you are, the better the service is going to be, right?
Right. So like how I would change the twist a little bit here is 30 years ago I charged $1,000. Didn't know what I know now. I used to take the pictures I wanted to take. Okay. There's a huge difference in this.
That's good.
So, yeah.
I wanted to take.
Yeah.
And now
I take the pictures that you want to take. It's not all about me anymore.
So what we could do here, instead of going with this one, we could almost turn this into the Kevin, I don't know how long you've been here, but we had one that was the sticky note method. It was just one main topic with 3 points, which is really, really easy to do, and a call to action. So let's see which one this will fit in a little better, because the sticky note method is what I do every single day. Every once in a while, I just started doing this one, and it definitely makes it well thought out a little bit better. But for your first couple, you could just do this. Hang on. When you got the videos on the screen, they're all covering everything. You guys.
Hans, what I say to people a lot is, after 2,000 weddings, I know what I'm supposed to take. It's no longer about me. It's no longer about me envisioning this great shot that I'm going to take with the two of you. And then if you don't give me enough time to do it, then I'm upset when I go home because I wasn't able to capture what I wanted to capture. Take it now to today. It's not about me. It doesn't, it's about what do you want? What's the most important thing to you? And I'm there to capture that most important thing. So it's totally driven by you, obviously my talent, but you're gonna set it up for me. You're gonna make it work. So you get to go home with what you want, not what I want.
All right. So here's how the 3 points can go in. you can go you then versus you now with 3 points.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So we'll do the three methods. So the main topic is still going to be the same. So the main topic is how much is the main topic? It just depends. And here's it just depends on what you want. Well, it just depends on how much experience you're willing to pay for then or something like,
Sure.
This is a different route. It just depends on how much experience. I was good, but I didn't know what I know. Here's 3 things I've learned, and here's 3 things that I do differently now. And you can word it however differently now. Or here's 3 things I do different now than I did back when I first started.
So something that I've noticed with Facebook Live videos is because we are social media managers for one of the hockey organizations in town as well. And with them, we get on there with like a 30, 45-second script, and we're done before people are logged in. So would you say that, I mean, like how long is a good length for a Facebook Live video, Hans? I think it has to be longer than 30, 45 seconds, I think.
No, man, you missed the beginning. You are late to the party. This is all about, we're going to run it as an engagement campaign, and people are going to see it.
Okay. I'm a loser.
Sorry. That's all right. It's okay. But I would still say try to make it about as long as you can. Draw that sucker out. Make it 5 minutes, 8 minutes if you can. And that's why this one here, I created this morning, the preacher method. Did you see the preacher method, Kevin?
No, I did not.
All right. I learned this from our preacher. He comes up with his sermons by going, me, we, God, you, we. And I changed it to me, we, amazing wedding, you, we. So with that was, we were going down that road, but then you were like, you had kind of 3 bullet point things. So I was going to just go ahead and say, this is kind of what we're doing here. The main topic is how much does wedding photography cost? This is a little different because I usually just come up with 3 bullet points. Like you've got to make it where you can memorize it, or at least look at a sticky note and know what to say next. You can't, this isn't like a Hollywood script that we're going to memorize. Like it's got to be super duper easy, but I think you can probably memorize it depends on what the experience you're willing to pay for. Like I started out 30 years ago and I charged $1,000. I was good, but I didn't know what I know now. For example, here we go. Instead of saying here's 3 things, just say, for example, and then you're going to tell them 3 things. I used to take, so here's like bullet point number 1. I used to take the pics I wanted. Now I take the pictures that you want me to take. All right. So what's bullet point number 2?
Audio. Bullet point number 2 is when I first started out, I used to, it's almost like you pre-visualize what you want to do as a photographer, and then you physically try to replicate it. For 20 years, I thought I could do that. For the last 10, I definitely do it every time.
All right. So pre-plan.
I just got to throw you on hold too for a second. I got to mute you up a little bit.
All right. I got to sneeze like a crazy person. I just take the pictures I wanted to take. Now I take the pictures that you want me to take. I used to. Johnny, you there? Where'd John go? Where is Johnny? Oh, yeah.
I think he's got a phone call coming in there.
I had my videos minimized. But here's the game plan again, and we're going to go through this before we get off of here. But what you do is you create that engagement ad, and you're going to get pennies, sometimes not even a penny per view. And what I did was I created an audience. We've talked about this before, but I created an audience that watched 75% of the video, and I captured 4,000 people. This is almost as good as an email list, because once you've got these people, then you can run your regular ads to it as unique daily view, and it ends up being super duper cheap. So, but the whole point is too, these people it's building trust. So once you've got your website set, your website doesn't have a whole lot of stuff on it. Once they land there, they're ready to, they're just going to set up a call. There's not a lot of stuff for them to do, but all the action is here. And this happened to me just the other day. This company, what's it called? Oh, it's right here. The Lawnmower 2.0. It's supposed to.
Yeah, I know what that is, man. I've been seeing those ads.
See, you saw it, right? You saw it. And so I'm like, I saw it. I went to their website. Follow me here. I went to their website. I scrolled down. I didn't do anything. I left it alone. And then like a week or two later, a video popped up again talking about it, and I went and bought it. So it's that constantly in front of people is what helps. And so the video, the retargeting, and the Facebook Live is going to be the cheapest way to get in front of people. This little method is going to be the absolute cheapest way to do it. Pennies on the dollar that you're going to get in front of engaged brides in your area. And then when they go to your website, you either retarget them there, you do retarget them there, but you also target those people that just saw your videos. So it's going to make a lot more sense in a minute. And if you don't get it, watch it from the beginning, Kevin. Watch this video from the beginning.
I'll do it.
All right. We lost John, but we're going to use everybody's input here. But I don't really know what the difference would be between what he did then and what he does now. But Kevin, maybe tell me what you do differently now versus when I used to do blank and now I do blank.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I would need Ashton to go back, to be able to go back and do the 10 years ago I did.
Let's just make something up. I used to never answer emails and now I do, right? Or something.
Right. Geez. Okay. So
I don't know. Whatever. It could be whatever. What about the day itself?
So I would say, yeah, I used to, we used to charge $1,000. And I'm totally comfortable saying what you would have said. I don't think that you would have wanted me at your wedding, truthfully. We ended up taking good pictures, but we're not who we are now. We weren't who we are now, as a team. And I would talk about, how as a second shooter, we're a well-oiled team, like a well-oiled machine. We give them a more developed portfolio, a more thorough portfolio at the end of their wedding.
All right, give me a short phrase for the
okay name. because we're doing a sticky note. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
now I charge a hell of a lot more.
There you go.
But this is going to get them good to go to your website. They will definitely go. This is so good talking about this stuff. Now I charge a premium rate. What do you think about that?
Not entirely true for us quite yet, but we're getting there.
Well, yeah. Who's blowing me up over here? I sent you an email. All right. I used to charge, and I think this is going to end on. We just need to get rid of the email one. What's something else in here? Now I charge a premium rate because this is going to go into what they do next. Call to action. Go to www dot whatever. You don't have to say www ever. Don't ever say that. Go to
the World Wide Web.
worldwideweb.com. Go to my website.com. And you also want to and set up a discovery call where we'll go over your wedding and discover over your wedding vision, your wedding mission, and prices, package options, pricing and package options. Again, go to blank.com. Whoa, that was wild. How'd I do that? I must have put a shortcut in here. If I type in 3 M's, it makes that. That's wild. Okay. Yes. Again, go to my website.com. All right. So this is it. This is a lot more than I usually have on a sticky note. Like if you see some sticky notes laying around here, it really just has 3 bullet points because I already know what the beginning thing is. And I already know where they're going to go. Sometimes I just have, because I've got a terrible memory. Like the one I shot today, I literally had to go look at my notes in the middle of it for bullet point number 2. So this is the sticky note method. This one is the preacher method. You, me, we, God, you, we. Kevin, did you see this where I went over this one I did for Wedding Crushers?
Yeah. Yep.
You came on that?
I watched that
video.
Oh,
you watched the video. Okay. Well, that's the whole thing behind that you can use for your wedding business. Like,
no, that's what we've been doing and it's been working. I mean, like we used to have, our Instagram feed used to be all over the place. And then, for photography, we even learned that, we've got to be very selective with the colors. Like it's got to look like all one picture for photographers when you go there. The colors all need to be the same. You don't need dark and moody stuff next to bright and airy stuff for a photographer.
Yeah.
For DJs, it's totally different.
No, it's still, you need it themed. My sister-in-law is a social media guru for like, especially Instagram, and it's all pretty pictures.
Yep.
That's the name of the game. All right. So here's how this plays out.
I did like what you said about, not just fun pictures, but pretty people in fun pictures. So
yeah, that is so true. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You, Kevin, can you pull up your computer? Or are you on your phone?
I can pull up my computer. You want to share my screen? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Yes. Because you've done a few lives, right?
We've done one.
Right.
The hard part is that we are Ashton Marie Photography. So I really feel like it needs to be Ashton going live. So we're trying to figure out time to make that happen. But we did do one. So
you did it on the business page or the personal page?
Business page.
Okay, cool. Well, if you've got one on there, let's take a look at it. I know what it is. I saw it live, but that's a huge point, guys. Don't get overdone with the live being live. It doesn't, most of your views are not going to see it live. Like every time I cut it off, like here's a perfect example. When I finished this live, it said 2 people watched it, right? Like 2 people watched this live, but look at some of these in here. I'll show you. This one is Lachlan with the boat. 27,000 views.
And that was not live?
No, I mean like when I turned it off, 2 people saw it
Okay.
live, had seen it live. So live has nothing to do, and I promoted it, right? Like I spent a bunch of money on it. But it was 3 cents per click or 3 cents per view, 10-second view. But yeah, okay. So that's the point I wanted to make. Oh crap! Can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, Kevin, where's your screen? You able to share?
There you go. Oh, hang on.
Bam!
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take over. I'm going to steer. I'm going to drive. Request control of the mouse.
There it is.
All right. So what we're going to do here is find that little live video.
That's going to be a ways back, man.
That's all right. Probably can go over here too to your videos.
What's your thought on doing Facebook Live versus just recording a video on your cell phone and uploading it to your page?
Facebook Lives get better, much better views, according to the algorithm. But there's another little hack that I learned about, and it's kind of shady, but it works.
You're talking about premiering the video as live?
Well, you can't do that inside Facebook. You got to use an outside app.
Okay.
And the app is called, I just tried it the other day. It's and it worked. Like I recorded it, which is cool because you can put banners and stuff. You can edit the crap out of a video and make it look live. Let's see. Richard said this is OneStream.
Well, hey, check this out real quick. Let me take you to another page that I manage real quick, because there's a way to do it here. This is our real estate page. So you have to have your page set up a little bit different, I think, like your personal page, but it still works very much the same. Let me go here.
Is this a personal page or a business page?
This is a business page.
Okay.
So, and then let's see here. Then I can hit next. And then I want to premiere the video. And premiering it teases, it's a little bit different. It's not like live. So we probably need to find out too. Do you know what premiere
What's
is?
crazy? Yeah, I've done it. I did a premiere of a live video.
Okay.
Which is it. I just played around with it. It's like
a page and says, "Hey, Kevin and Ashton are going to go live. Are going to premiere a video at 5:45 today." And then it'll, give them a 5-minute warning and everything. So,
yeah. So, I mean, you could add that on after the live. So I would say do the live. Just follow along, Kevin. You're always causing problems, man.
I'm sorry. Here's the Facebook Live video if you want it.
All right, let's see. I don't have mouse. All right, here we go. Can I click on it?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to get to edit.
Hey guys, it's Ash from Ashme Photography.
Also, I would shoot it sideways, landscape, so you can use it in other places later. Just a side note.
Okay.
All right. So edit video. First thing we're gonna do, edit video. Don't worry so much about the title, but you want to create this section like a big old ad. Like when you record it live, you don't have to record all this because usually you do need to say like a little sentence here. Here is I would show you what I wrote, but I have to go back over here. So Kevin, we're going to come up with something on the fly. Do you know what this thing is about?
It's about why doing engagement sessions with your photographer is important before you don't have somebody to show up to your wedding. Like do a session with them before your wedding.
Why engagement? Why? YA photography, or is, I have to go to our headlines to figure this out too. Wedding photography engagement. Why should you have your should you test out your wedding photographer with an engagement session to save something like that? Like,
Would you say something like how an engagement session saves a wedding, or something like that?
You got to get photography in here somewhere, because how a photography engagement session or something, even though you guys are in the know because y'all just say, hey, I'm going to go over here and have an engagement session. For me, I'm like, does that mean everybody's going to go get on one knee and engage? How a photography engagement session can save you headaches, a boatload of money.
Yeah. I think I would maybe say something about like save you thousands. Because in theory, if somebody asked me, well, how does that work? It's like, we have friends that want to redo their wedding photos because their wedding photographer showed up and sucked. So
go to Ashton. Photography hacks. Or should we just say go there and set up a discovery call to learn more about wedding? Let's see. So we don't want them to go there if they're like hacks per se.
yeah, I don't want them going there thinking that they're going to read a blog and get all the information. I want them to, at the end of the video, she gives the call to action,
which is good, because some people will read, some people will just
right,
because this is going to get in a lot of people's news feeds that it wouldn't normally get in. So normally I write almost like a freaking blog post here, and I take more time than we have on this live, but sometimes I'll do it quick. And sometimes I won't put anything here. And when I'm doing the live, I'll say, hey, somebody type in niceentertainment.com in the comments. and usually somebody will. Even if it's on a backplay, on a replay, it'll still go in the thing. So how a photography engagement session, brides in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Brides in Oklahoma. How a photography engagement session can save you thousands. .com. Speak with me. Package pricing and discovery call. Go to where you're going to, because I always say go there for packages, pricing, and availability. But what would you say?
Okay. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Let me try this. Let's try. Where's these symbols?
Emojis are good. Emojis are always good.
I don't know. That's what I really want to go with, but what do you think?
You could even put save $200, or maybe
we're actually running a promotion right now. So that would be our real life promotion, is 20% off.
trying to use the shortcut. Can you put like an arrow, like a hand pointing?
Hang on just a second. Yep.
There we go. And it's okay to have the website clickable more than once. Everybody watching this. All right, so here we go. Brides in Oklahoma, how a photography engagement session can save you thousands. What's some bullet points?
From like what she talked about?
Yeah.
Or
Or just off the top of your head, even if it's not exactly what she said. 1, meet your photographer. Make sure the pictures look good.
try this emojis.
Perfect. Oh man, the whole time I have a microphone down here. Could you hear me the whole time? All right, so save. Let's see. Brides in Oklahoma, you might can double space this, because what's going to be cool too is what's probably going to happen on a phone. It's going to be like they get these two, and the third one they'll have to click more to see the rest of it.
Yep.
So save. All right. Now we've got a little something here. Boop. It'll look better on the ad. So can we go into your ad?
Yeah, go into my ad.
This is in video view.
That's good.
All right. So I'm going to click on we're going to create a new campaign. Now this is important. Engagement. Boom. Who, what, when, where? We can just name engagement. That's fine. So just say engaged in Oklahoma or wherever.
Yep.
So in Oklahoma, there's 2 million people. All right. Now detailed targeting, that's fine. You can leave that, because once we turn it to engaged, it's going to get rid of whatever you want to do. You don't want to take pictures of the 80-year-old engaged women?
No, bro.
All right. So
we've done that, but no, we're good.
But this is, you can have a pretty big audience too. So this is, all right, here we go. This is saying 54,000 people. So if you just imagine if you captured 40,000 of those people, or 4,000, what did I have? 4,000.
You had 4,000. I'd be happy with that.
All right. So here we go. Definitely leave this placement anywhere. This that's fine for now. Post engagement, we're going to let it do the auto bid over here. This is where this is so important. So usually when you come in here, it's this create an ad. Now we click on this little tab that's hidden. Like, look, that's so hard to find. Who would ever find this thing unless you took a course on this? Like, use existing post. All right. So now you go in here and it's saying, all right, it's on, that's your Facebook page, that's your Instagram page. Then you select the post. And you find the Is this it?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Boom. All right. So you click continue and look at what we got. It's an ad and it's live. And so when they see it, they're like, holy cow, this girl's live and she's talking and she's cool.
Hey guys, it's Ash from Ashmead Photography. Taking a break from editing and I was going to run and grab a quick coffee, but
And look, the best part is this social proof. There's people hearting it. There's people commenting. There's thumbs up. It's not like a dry ad that doesn't have anything. So it already builds rapport. It builds that trust. You can add a button, but I've been leaving the button off.
Okay.
So, you know, there we go. That's it, guys. That is how you do Facebook Lives and then turn it into an ad. One other thing that you might want to do, especially if you run, say you do a Facebook Live every day for a week. You don't have to do it forever, but if you just did them every day for a week, you go into the same campaign, this same ad set, and then you create a new ad with the different ad in here. And then, or the different video. And what I'll do is I would create an audience out of everybody that not just watched that one video, but they watch multiple videos, not multiple videos, but if somebody watched any of the videos, this is what I mean. So you put it on video audience. If they watched, let's just say 50% of it, that's pretty good. And then you get to choose videos and it's a checkbox. So you can say if they watch this one, if they watch this one, if they watch this one, if they watched any of these, then they become your list. But I wouldn't do it until you do a couple more, unless you just want to do it for that one for now.
This is the hockey page that we work with. So
oh, there we go. Here we go.
All the way at the bottom for some reason.
This is it. Yeah. All right. So this one, and just name it like engagement thing. Watch 50% of engagement video. All right. And then create that audience. And you can even set up an ad now. It takes 30 minutes, but you can duplicate the ads that we made the other day, or use a portion of money to go to those people. So,
now I know, Hans, now I know why I saw your ads for 6 months, man. Like I was watching you for 6 months before I called you, bro.
That's it. And I'm telling you, it stays in front of them. I booked a guy yesterday and he, you know, I was like, well, what video did you see? And he said, you know, it was the one it was the one yesterday. And it's starting to, you know, the crazy thing is it is a lot of work, but once you do a good chunk of live videos, you don't have to do them every day. You can just keep replaying them over and over and over. So watch this video again in case you didn't see all of it. Here, let's stop sharing your screen. I'm going to talk to the folks at home, see if we got anybody left. I think John dipped out. Everybody's camera's off. All right, party people. Hopefully you got a little something out of it. Do you have any questions, any big questions about how this thing goes down?
I personally don't. I mean, I want to go back and watch the first few minutes that I missed, but this is super duper helpful. So
what audience do you push the lives to? Same ones? Like I know it's website traffic eventually, but in the beginning, when you first start sending them to the website, who are you putting that in front of?
So when you run the live, you go to your campaigns and go make an engagement. And so it's going to everybody engaged in your city. The lives are.
Oh, got it. Okay. Very cool.
Yep. And so you want it to be a big area. I mean, you can even send it out to everybody if you wanted, like, because it's only 3 cents a view. And if somebody watches, my thought process, even if it went out to people that are not getting married, why the crap are they watching 50% of my video unless they know somebody that's getting married or it's someone interesting to them? So that's another way to do it. and who knows, maybe not everybody changes their Facebook status. I think that they do. But yeah, this is a huge this is the only way that Wedding Crushers is taken off. And Nice Entertainment, I do it some. I don't do it as much as I should. But here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to try this in the next 7 days. Try it. Kevin, yours is already up and running. And have her shoot another one. Jeff, try to come up with one. I think some of the I've done them before for my DJ company, and frequently asked questions are usually a good place to start. You can go with money. You can go with anything. One of the things that I always talked about was how to create a timeline that has the most dancing, because some people will do stuff and it's like 30 minutes of dancing. And I'm like, as a DJ, I want to talk to them. Well, here's three ways to have an awesome timeline for dancing or something. Just think about like problems. My buddy calls it.
Man.
What's that?
Put the cha-cha slide on repeat.
Packed dance floor. The bleeding neck issue. What's the bride's bleeding neck issue? What's her bleeding neck pain? Like, what's her biggest problem in life? Well, for DJs, like, how does she know she's going to get a good DJ? How does she know everybody's going to dance? So frequently asked questions. You can do the, and I'll send you guys this drip, and also the email that I made after I wrote out my preacher method. Here's how I came up with it. I shot the video, and then I made this was the Facebook post. But here's what's crazy too. Here's extra credit. I post these on YouTube and send it out to my email list. You guys follow me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. And I think that's something that I need to look at next, is I don't do anything with email, anything ever.
Well, I haven't taught you guys to do that because it's really, I mean, I think you can get there eventually, but for me, most of I don't do email marketing now. Like that was for Wedding Crushers.
Okay.
But at least you could post it on YouTube. And but for now, don't even worry about that. Just do the Facebook Live. Do it. JFDI, just freaking do it. Oh, here's one other thing that you guys have to do. You've got to download this book on Audible. I've listened to it twice. It's only about 30 minutes long. It is called, can you see me or am I sharing my screen?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, you can see me?
Yep.
It is called Do the Work. Do the Work. And it's the same guy that wrote The War of Art. Not The Art of War, but The War of Art. And it's, Kevin, you've got to listen to this because this is up your alley. It's like, you just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's so good. I mean, literally, it talks about resistance, that thing that tries to stop you. And usually, if you had a compass and where the resistance is coming the strongest, that's actually the direction you should go because it's trying to stop you from doing this great thing. And it's not like a heaven or hell or anything. He's just talking about like in the world, like there's a force that just tries to keep you from doing your art, from creating this amazing company. And it's usually about 3/4 of the way, right when you get almost there. And that's why I came up with kick him in the balls. Like, but he just says it more eloquently. But you've really got to just bust through and keep pressing. So that's what I'm saying with this Facebook Live. It's going to be janky. It's going to be weird. I mean, Ashley's was 1,000 times better than my first one. I don't know if she's been doing it a while. But keep doing it. Jeff, I want to see a Facebook Live next couple of days. I don't care if you're holding your phone just like that. Try not to do it like that. It's okay, but you just can't use it anywhere else. Get to it. Keep crushing these weddings, guys.
Good call. See ya.
Peace.